but it's not causing too many problems at the moment.
Okay, and for the moment, thank you. Now, Simon's back with more business, and you're going to look at a scheme this morning that's funding community projects from a tax on landfill.
Yes, we don't often hear anything particularly positive about landfill sites, but a local funding initiative linked to landfill has now allocated over £2 million of funding to community and biodiversity projects in the Greater Belfast and Lisburn areas. The Alpha programme is managed by Groundwork NI and allocates funding through the Landfill Tax Credit Scheme to projects in a 10-mile radius of the Mullaglass landfill site. Liam McDonald from Alpha Resource Management, which manages that site, is here to tell us more. Liam, how does this all work?
Well, Simon, the Alpha programme was launched in 2008. As you say, it was initiated by Alpha Resource Management, part of the Lagan Group. At a very early stage, we recognised that through a combination of landfill tax credits and direct company contributions, we could develop a programme to support local communities. As you say, those communities that could be supported in those projects include biodiverse projects and also projects actually associated with community in the heart of the community, such projects.
So the landfill tax credit is what, sorry, the UK?
Well, the landfill tax credit effectively is the landfill tax that goes on per tonne of waste that enters into a landfill site. And through an initiative, we were able to divert those funds in combination with a contribution from the company itself to community projects.
So if you put money up, you get this credit and it can go to a worthwhile project then?
Absolutely, yes.
And how many projects have been backed? What sort of things are being supported through this scheme?
Well, to this date, upwards and close to 100 projects have received funding. I mean, they range from boxing clubs to village halls to community centres and to environmental schemes.
So landfill sites obviously don't get much good press, as I said. Is this sort of scheme common across the UK and Ireland, or is this something you're sort of leading the way on?
Well, we would say we're leading the way in the way we have actually implemented the programme. But certainly it's a good example of partnerships between private companies and the community sector. And certainly, as you say, Groundwork NI have played a significant role in administering the scheme for us. But we're very proud of the work that's been undertaken, and certainly by visiting some of the sites that I've seen, you can see on the ground exactly the sort of contribution those projects are making. Something you plan to continue then? Absolutely.
Yeah, and if anyone is interested, community projects in that sort of region, where do they find out about it?
Well, there are websites available. Our own website is the www.alphaprogram.com, but you can also access the scheme through Groundwork NI.
Liam McDonald from Alpha Resource Management, thanks very much for coming in this morning. Finally from me, on the markets, the FTSE will open shortly at 66.49 after closing up 9 points in the last session. The pound is worth $1.62 and €1.28, making a euro worth 78 pence.
Thank you, Simon. 7:51. Now, Prince Charles joined police officers from